How's it going, everybody? So a theme that keeps recurring in these conversations that I'm having with my clients and some people around me is getting into old bad habits and that winter funk, right? And kind of how they're related, And it's easy to kind of beat ourselves up and get frustrated by going backwards, or it feels like we're going backwards. So I wanted to share 3 tips that I use to snap out of that funk and to try to cut those addictions down kind of right when we become conscious of them. Okay, so the first one is just honoring that you've noticed that you're falling backwards, honoring that you're conscious of it. You've caught it this time. And that's probably a huge improvement from before where you were just doing it subconsciously, right? So this is a big improvement. And I think it's so key and important to recognize your progress here. Okay, the second one is not beating ourselves up. When we beat ourselves up, we literally perpetuate the problem. And that's because when we beat ourselves up, we lower our vibe. And when we're in a low vibe state, we choose low vibe things like our addictions and like our bad habits, okay? So we wanna catch that negative self-talk, build ourselves up, be nice to ourselves, be gentle with ourselves. Another thing I like to do is say, when you're conscious of it, say, I'm choosing this. I'm choosing this to the fullest. If I don't smoke, but if I were gonna grab a smoke, like I'm gonna enjoy the smoke. I'm choosing to enjoy the smoke. I know it's gonna hold me in place. I know it's not good for my health. I know I'm not progressing in life when I do this. I know it's keeping me in place, but I'm choosing this moment. I'm choosing to stay where I am. I'm choosing this. What that does is it kind of detaches ourselves from the emotions of it, and it puts us back in the driver's seat. We have power over this. We have control over this. We're choosing it. What I find when I do this is it reminds me that I do have the choice. Okay, I'm choosing to make myself not happy in this moment, which means I also have the choice to make myself happy and choose something better. When I have this perspective, I find right afterwards, it's easier for me to make a healthy decision and kick whatever I just did, that extra drink or whatever it was. Okay, the third one, and this is the most powerful and the most difficult. When you are in that moment, so let's say you've had an extra drink and you didn't want it. When you're in that moment and you're feeling that way, starting to feel a little bit down about yourself, what I highly recommend, if you can, is to just check in with yourself. Go as deep as possible. What am I feeling? Try to really feel what's going on. When we choose these bad habits and we choose these addictions, we're generally avoiding something. We're avoiding a feeling that we probably think is going to be overwhelming for us. So we've put on our training wheels, we are participating in our bad habit or addiction, and maybe our feelings are a little bit numbed, but what we can do is process some of them still at that time. I find by doing this, it makes us conscious. It brings us back into the conscious, which gives us more power and makes us make healthier decisions. But it also heals some of this pain and uncomfortableness that's going on deep down inside. So what happens next time the cycle comes around is there's no craving there, or the craving is much less because you've actually soothed and healed what's actually going on. So even though you've participated in your addiction or bad habit, doesn't mean like it's all over. You can still catch it right now and start to get back on the horse and actually heal that moment. So when it cycles back around, you're in a better place. Maybe you'll do it again, but it'll be less of a craving and you'll be able to handle it even more. You'll catch it even sooner and you're gonna honor that self. You're gonna be grateful for that. And then, you're gonna keep improving as it cycles. You're gonna cycle upwards. I love you guys.